Welcome to Into the Rough. Join us as we follow the ups and downs as we enjoy our favorite game, Albatross 18. And now, here are your hosts, Kanashimi, Van Golem, and Kibs.
Hi, and welcome to the show. We got a big show today that was kind of ominously plugged at the end of our last show. We're going to be talking about the future of Albatross 18.
The show to get us canceled.
Oh yeah, and banned.
Let's go ahead and let Kanas take things away with our disclaimer.
Basically, this show is our theories. In a way, you could consider it a rumor, but we've actually got some facts, we've got some assumptions, and we've made this little show, and it should only be taken as a theory, if that. It shouldn't be taken too seriously, we don't know for sure, and that's all you need to know. So don't go spreading this around like wildfire. It's nice to talk about, but it's not a fact.
Alright, as usual though, we've got your updates with Kana, news you can abuse, use, or lose, tales from the crypt, and then we also have Kibs' Q&A, and that's what we've got for you today on the show.
Do you want your friends to worship your godlike skills and knowledge of Albatross 18? Then visit us at IntoTheRough.com or on the IRC at irc.rising.net, #IntoTheRough.
Okay, let's start things off. Kibs, the other day we were all talking about this, and Kibs had brought up a very interesting theory which I had never considered before, as to why sometimes OGP kind of lacks in quality on their updates and stuff, or consistency of their updates. You want to take it away, Kibs?
Well, the theory is basically that what if OGP has to actually buy their updates from entries? Like, they have a contract to allow them to host the game on their servers, but what if the contract doesn't include, only includes a certain amount of updates or whatever, and like the other kind of updates for like certain items and whatnot have to be paid for, which might explain why, we don't have the Angel Wings and Devil Wings yet, because those could be like just a ridiculous price, and maybe they don't want to pay that much for something like that.
I'm still a bit on the wall with that theory, though.
But it would make sense to me, because they have, in the past, they've done updates that didn't make sense, like the Ice Spa clothing update. That was almost, a month or 2 months before the release of Ice Spa, and they didn't even build those items up as though they were the Ice Spa items. So I think that might have been like a super cheap update that they could have bought, because it was just the sweaters and those little hat thingies for everyone.
But at the same time, from a business standpoint, it isn't the best idea to even consider a contract like that, much less accept it and work with it. I mean, they have to pay for the renewal of the license, don't they? Do they not?
Yes, but at that point, they could have not had enough money to get a license where, they have all of these, special updates at the same time. They could have only been able to afford a license where they have to pay for their updates.
Well, it just seems to me no matter what, they have that bad contract.
Yeah.
We know that for a fact.
We know that for a fact that OGP has a bad contract with Intro. Or even they're getting kind of a raw deal on it. And, we're hoping that they're working on it, and we'll definitely be talking more on that specific subject after this.
Here with your updates and announcements is everyone's favorite Moe maid, Kanashimi.
It's time for a beach party! That's what summer's for, right? Well, both Korea and USA showed us those skimpy swimsuits. Korea released their Season 4 swimsuits for the girls in stores. They also released all of the Season 3 ones the USA just got, as in the ones for the girls and the boys, and they released the swimsuit set 2. So all of you can stop asking me what swimsuit 2 looks like! US, as you all know, Season 3 swimsuits. Yay for us, we get to be skimpy and somewhat slutty. And Japan has the biggest news, which happens to be Season 4 is coming soon. They have something a bit different. Lucia fan club where you can see exclusive pictures of her and read all about the new character. And the beta testing is now open as of July 20th.
Alright, and we're back. We're gonna be going over part 2 of the future of Albatross 18. This is our biggest... This was a huge red flag for me, and kind of one of the reasons why I first started theorizing about this and asking questions about it is Intrive has opened a USA branch, and that USA...
It opened, from my knowledge, May 22nd, if I recall correctly, somewhere in that area.
Yeah. And since they have opened, they have taken over the license, or bought out the license, for all of Intrive's games, save for Albatross 18. This includes Trickster and Grand Chaser, I believe?
Yes, those are the two.
The license is coming up for Albatross 18.
From what we know.
Now that, we can't get 100% confirmation on that, and even if we could, someone would lose their job. But from what we are able to hear whispers and rumors about, the license is coming up. And as we were talking about before, we think they have a bad contract. Do you guys think that they could be using this opportunity to maybe try and renegotiate?
I think they're trying to rework this new contract for the better, because they're either going to lose the game and Intrive USA is going to take it, or they're simply just going to stick with the bad contract. It depends how much leeway Intrive is willing to give on this contract. They might be trying to give 0 to get their game back.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, you treat the person like really harshly, you give them some really harsh terms, and if they don't accept it, bam, you just transfer all of the game data over to your own servers and take over the game. Less middlemen, more profit probably.
Yeah, that might not be a bad thing if Intrive USA takes over the server, because, we'd probably be, a little more caught up with Korea and stuff, and, I think we might get to be able to sell sell rares and P squares. I think we just get, a little more on track with Korea as far as that's concerned. However, we will lose our GM friends.
See, that's a big disagreement, because, like, Chumpy and all the other GMs, they work really hard for us. and yeah, the kid, Kyo-chan, or however you say his name. Excuse me, my tongue is tied in a knot. But, they work really hard for us, and they do a lot for us. Probably work harder than most GMs normally would for a game like this, and I would really hate to see them not be part of the team if we changed hands.
Not only that, the one thing I did want to bring up is we don't know for sure if Intrive USA will be able to take all the data that OGP has of our characters currently, and that's a big fear if this happens to hold some truth to it.
And see, I cannot see them not doing it. I mean, they have to have put in that clause in there somewhere, because they got all of the Trickster data, from what I know, and I'm just going to assume they got all the Grand Chaser. I mean, could you imagine having a customer base of, like, millions of people worldwide, and then just going, hey, by the way, all the money you spent on the game, now start spending again. No one's going to start, you're going to lose at least 50% of your players. I know that if they dumped all of my Astro items and all my rares and everything, and told me to start over, I'd be gone. I would not pick the game back up. I'm not willing to reinvest another couple $1,000s worth of Astros into a game.
News you can abuse, use, or lose. Here is Sand Golem.
Hey, it's Sandy here with your news for July 2008. Quick thing I wanted to clear up from last news time. I tried to get on OGP's case about their Propel Rare, and they got it changed before we got our show up. So, yes, I was wrong. They did have it